All right, continuing with our coverage now, we now take a look at one growing problem here in China, and that's air pollution. It is, of course, a sign of China's economic development, but it's now causing health problems. And as BON's Steffi Chung tells us, it's leading to new market opportunities for air purifiers and masks.
There's a reason why Beijing residents are masking their faces: bad pollution.
This pollution, it's a regular occurrence.
While some remain nonchalant about the thick smog, a growing number of Chinese are becoming more concerned.
Of course there are effects. It's hard to breathe.
United Family Hospital doctor Richard St. Cyr runs the popular expat blog myhealthbeijing.com, created to address common worries among patients.
Pollution is by far the #1 topic on the website. Everyone traditionally, of course, thinks LA is the smoggiest place, but Beijing's is 3 to 5 times worse than that.
That's according to the Air Quality Index, or AQI figures comparing both cities. The index factors in the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's standard of PM 2.5, or fine particles that pose the most serious health hazards. Higher readings in Beijing during winter months, including some days when pollution data soars off charts, reading beyond index on a scale of 500, feeds buzz over respiratory diseases, heart disease, and lung cancer risks associated with pollution exposure. St. Cyr suggests residents use prevention techniques such as filtration masks and indoor air purifiers.
Prevention, I really think people really need to remember that indoor air quality is the most important thing. 90% of our lives are spent indoors.
He says indoor air quality is generally 50 to 80% that of outdoor air quality.
If the AQI outside is still 400, that means your indoor air is still really dangerously high. So people do need to think of it that way. So just because you're inside and you close the doors, it's not dropping the air down to a healthy level for most days.
Not far from United Family Hospital is the World Health Store. With branches in Beijing and Shanghai, the store's founder and CEO, Drew Campbell, says he's seen a dramatic rise in the sales of air purifiers, particularly in one branch in Beijing's northeast suburban district of Suni.
Last month, I think around 30% of our sales for that location came from air filters, which is pretty high when we have about 800 products.
Right.
We sell about 800 products, mainly imported from the States, but on that store, because it's in the family area, we did sell over 30% was from air filters.
Campbell says normally air filters account for 5 to 8% of sales. The World Health Store sells several filtration models. Prices range from $300 to $1,700 US, but he says the most popular models fall somewhere in the middle in terms of cost and size. The World Health Store says sales of masks and mask filters in 2011 more than doubled compared to the previous year. Demand has rendered these shelves empty.
Protecting that freezing cold.
And
weather, if you heard me through my Darth Vader mask.
The store stocks several types of masks, including British-imported Respro anti-pollution masks that average around $100 for package deals that come with replaceable filters, and disposable masks, 20 in a pack, for about $50 US. Campbell estimates that on a typical day, the store may sell 1 mask, but on heavily polluted days, each store sells up to 15 masks.
And we have very quick turnaround on stock, especially during the winter months. The winter months seem to have a bigger trend for a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot more coal being burnt for heating, especially in Beijing where it's a lot colder than places like Shanghai. So because of the coal being burnt, there is more fossil fuels and therefore more pollution in the area. But it's also a fashion factor, in the middle of summer, sometimes people don't want to wear these masks. Would you like me to get you a mask and show?
Beijing is looking to improve air quality, but until citizens can see measurable differences in pollution, restocking these shelves is a safe bet. Steffi Chung, BON.